Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap for The Oval, okay? Turning Table, Season 5, Episode 1. Baby, we back in the building with the hot mess of it all. And didn't we start with a hot mess, okay? We literally got Victoria and the second leader flipping over that banister, still trying to fight while they on the floor like, wow, okay? Cat fight. We going in even though Victoria says she need a damn chiropractor, okay? We gonna go ahead and put the second lady in a bunker, lock her up like the cage bird that sings. And now we go in the other room and find out Hunter's over here OD child. He done took that fit and all. Okay, so we got to hurry up and call the doctor, get him into the infirmary. Now we need the VP to step in and take over while Hunter is out of it, okay, until he can get back on his feet, even though we don't know what the heck is going to be with that, all right? And moving on from there, we get, Alan and Dale meeting up at the precinct, both of them saying, what you doing here? What you doing here? And we find out Sharon is being held under damn arrest, okay, and Kareem is in the hospital until we can speak to him. That's when we will know whether we can let her go or not. I said, what? Over at the damn hospital, because I'm saying, okay, don't look like nobody getting hurt, all right? Because we see Donald coming through too, talking about the person in the bed obviously wasn't him. That was his piece of ass that he had there, okay, trying to get some. And Lily come back, and I'm wondering, like, girl, why are you back here? So I keep saying, well, everybody else is alive. Where the heck is Nancy? Girl, Nancy said, here I am, peekaboo. She over there at the hospital with a neck brace on, and she talking about how she can't remember too clearly, okay, what went down. But her neck keep hurting, and the next thing we know she talking about some, oh, I would never hurt myself. Okay, it had to be Richard. He was choking me out. I said, girl, Nancy, no, 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 no. Now, Sam, okay, I said, Sam, what you doing? Because he went and dropped Max off, and he going on and on about Bobby and Priscilla. And when we see them, baby, it wasn't a damn thing going on, okay? The only thing that was getting hot was Priscilla in that dress because it was fire, okay? She was working it, but other than that, it wasn't a damn thing happening, child. They was dead as a door now. Bobby was trying to make it happening, but wasn't nothing happening, okay? So she trying to walk to leave, and all of a sudden, we seeing Sam talking about something, bang, 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 okay? I shot you down, you're dead. I said, no, Sam, what you doing? And then so freaking Priscilla, get home, girl, okay? Get to my damn clothes. Get your ass home. I said, nah, this gotta be a dream, y'all. It has to be a dream. There's no way in hell that Sam done went and shot Bobby down like a damn dog. All right, say it ain't so. But let's go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. Break it on down, take it from the top. You know how we do. So yeah, this episode started out like I said, right where we left off. Okay, they was getting into it on that freaking ground, and second lady said, I'm gonna cut you, okay, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna take you out. She's saying all different type of threats. I said, hold your composure, girl. Okay, I don't think maybe you want to say all of this and put all of this out right here downstairs in front of everybody. Secret Service come running, and Victoria like, about time, okay, what took y'all so long? Like, y'all moving too damn slow. And she of course started telling them to go ahead and take her away and hold her in. And first the Secret Service was trying to give her a little bit of like, ma'am, no, what are you talking about? She is the vice president's wife. And she was like, I don't give a damn who the hell she is. Did you hear what I say? And I'm the first lady, okay? I'm the president's wife. So take her where the hell I told you to take her. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all waiting for? Like, do what I say, and that's that on that, okay? And so she like, oh, I'll slap you, bitch. And, still trying to say her little threats. And Victoria just telling them to hold her. When they trying to help her up, she took them out, get off of me, don't touch me. But yet you having a hard damn time. I said, child, leave her ass on the floor, right? So, of course, the second lady was still trying to tell her that she wasn't done with her. And she was like, I'm done with you. And she told them to put her in the presidential room, lock her down or whatever, right? And then when the other two Secret Service was still standing there looking at her, she talking about, get your asses out of here. Y'all useless, right? And then while y'all going, call me a damn chiropractor because my back is all freaking jacked up. Mind you, she gonna tell them to hold her so she could go ahead and get another slap in because she knows she wasn't getting no real good slaps in before that. I said, oh, you got to have them hold her for you to do it, Victoria. Okay, we see you, right? So she told them to put her in the presidential bunker. And, of course, Second lady screaming for them to let her go, and they ain't let go shit, man. Right now, you getting held up in the damn room because you want to come here with this freaking nonsense. In the meantime, she yelling, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. So she go ahead in to Hunter, and she like, Hunter, you won't believe what happened. And girl, it's been a minute, y'all, so I didn't remember everything that happened. I didn't get to freshen up. So I'm like, but wait a minute, why Hunter laying there on the floor? Then it slowly started coming back to me that he done got that bad stuff, and he over here ODing. We don't know how long he been laying there. I'm assuming it ain't been too long. And so she trying to wake him up, and she like, I know you freaking lying. Like, this is just about to be the night of all nights. She pick up the vial and see it. And so she's like, yo, get the doctor in there. And of course she keep trying to blame, what was his name, Alfonso. And he over here keep telling her it's not him. And she's like, stop lying to me. I know that it came from you or whatever. Don't tell me no damn lie, you lying son of a bitch. And he like, no ma'am, it wasn't me. So, the doctor asked him, what's going on? What did he take? And she's like, cocaine. And he said, well, I could see the trace of cocaine around his nose. But he was like, this also looked like we got some, heroin going on or whatever, right? And then she's like, answer me, damn it, answer me. Still trying to ask Alonzo where he got it from. And he's still saying it did not come from him or whatever, right? And so they said they was going to give him some Narcan and take him into the infirmary. And she's just, waiting. And I was like, well, damn, Victoria looking like she really worried about Hunter. I ain't never seen her look like she cared about no damn body. We know damn well she ain't never cared about her kids, and every minute she will always be saying she wanted him dead. So I said either she being a real good actress or she actually is upset about this. So she keep asking Alfonso where he got it from and why would you be giving him drugs that's laced with fentanyl, and if he dies, this is basically all on you and you gonna rot in prison for the rest of your life gonna be gone and all of that, you will rot. Okay, that's what I said. And she walk away, and of course he's scared out his damn mind. Now, at this point, he's just, looking all dazed and confused or whatever the case may be. So we get over to Donald, child, and Donald come walking out. I said, so where was you at all this time when everybody was getting beat up and shot up, Donald? You was really in the bathroom like that where you couldn't get out fast enough? Because he come out and apparently him and homeboy got matching damn pajamas on. He got the hammer out. He looking all around and he come down the stairs and he see how there's more people knocked out down there. And then he go ahead and call Cal and he's like, I need you to get over to my place right now. Well, what happened? Don't worry about it. Just get your ass here. And he was like, all right, I'm on my way. In the meantime, as he's hanging up the phone, Lily comes walking in. And I was so confused as to why Lily didn't take this time to get her ass away. She over here talking about it's me and Donald holding up the hammer to her. And he's like, well, how do I know you didn't try to kill me? She was like, seriously, it wasn't me or whatever, right? And she's basically going to him, touching him, putting the daggone, hammer down or whatever. And she's like, it was not me. You really think that I could do all of this to all these men? I could get all of them down, like make it make sense. And so he's like, well, then who the hell did it? And she basically tells him like, I didn't do it or whatever, right? And then begins to start saying it was the officer. And he's like, what officer? The officer that you did all of that stuff. So he came in here with them camouflage clothes and he basically was like, he trying to get you back because you trash or whatever, right? And so she was like, he wanted to get you and he took them down and then came and he hit me. And he like, well, why would he hit you? Oh, because he was trying to get to you or whatever, right? And so he was looking around like, he still ain't believing what's going on or that he was capable of coming in there and doing that. So he just like, shit. Now, right after this, Victoria actually ends up calling him or whatever. And, he was saying to her daggone Lily, because she asked what was the shooting she heard upstairs, and he was like, oh, that was, somebody that I was trying to get a little piece of ass from. He was like, you ain't giving me none. She wanted to tell him he disgusting and all of that, right? And so he was like, well, whatever that dude is at, I'm going to find him. And she like, well, good luck with that. But in the midst of them having that conversation, Victoria calls. She's now telling him to get to the White House and telling him what happened with Hunter. So he like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And she's like, no, I'm not. So he had to basically end up calling Kyle back and being like, forget about coming over here to my house. Get back to the White House. And of course, here we go again. What's happening there? Don't worry about it. I'm going to meet you there or whatever, right? We got an emergency. And so now he got to get dressed and go there. Now, when they bring Alan into the damn jail, Dell is sitting there. So they both looking like, you got to be freaking kidding me. You know, how the hell we both end up sitting here or whatever, right? What the hell are you here for? And Dell is telling him, I'm just waiting for a friend. She had to go in the back. They questioning her, whatever, right? And so Alan is like, cool, good. When you leave from here, go to my house, right? There's a box there. I need you to do me a favor. And he like, huh? What the hell's in the box, and why would you want me to go to your house? And Alan talking about something, after everything we've been through, you can't just do me this favor. Like, please just go to my house or whatever, right? He was like, there's a box right underneath this thing, and telling him how he could get the key from outside the door or whatever. He was like, please, I just need you to do me this favor. So every time he asking him what's in the box, he don't want to tell him. Then eventually he's like, it's protection. It's a protection that could cover me and you. And when he's asking him, well, why the hell did you get arrested or whatever? He's like, oh, you know, I was trying to, you know, take back these drugs to the Zagon pharmacy. So Dell is like, what pharmacy? You know, does it just so happen to be Richardson pharmacy? I said, child, that's the only pharmacy. All of y'all go to the same pharmacy. Everybody know the pharmacy. So nonetheless, he's like, yeah. And, you know, Dell does say that he gonna do it. So now the same officer that had just brung Alan in, he's asking him, because he had told Dell, like, you could get out of here. And Dell was like, well, what about my friend? He's like, oh, no, she's being held or whatever, right? She's getting arrested. So he was like, until Kareem wakes up, you know, or can tell them rather what happened. So he's like, oh, so he is alive. And the officer was just acting like he was so annoyed with Dell, like he didn't want to answer his questions, like, why, you know, are you still talking to me type of energy. That's what he was giving. He's like, yeah, he's alive or whatever, right? But we got to hear his story before we can, you know where we gonna move with her. And I'm like, huh? Like, wouldn't you look at the forensics and how everything was in there, and also the fact that Dell was there for part of it, and the reason why he rushed over there in the first place, if I'm not mistaken, was because he was already hearing some of it on the phone, and that's what made him hurry up to try to get there to help Sharon in the first place. Like, whatever. So now we gonna wait to hear from him, child. Anyway, now back at the White House, we still trying to figure out what's going on. We waiting for the doctor to come out. When the doctor does come out, you know, he's saying we don't know which way this is going to go. We really just can only wait and see at this point, right? And we are doing everything that we could do, because, you know, Victoria was like, well, do everything you can. And he was like, yes, ma'am, that's what we're doing, right? And of course, we still letting Alonzo know, like, boy, you trash, okay? And if he dies, this gonna be your ass. So Zonal and Kyle is there now. They're getting the update and being told, you know, we don't really know what's going to happen, and that this could not be more worse, right? And Zonal like, yeah, I just finished dealing with my own damn trauma that I can't tell you about right now. And then she's like, well, since we're getting all the drama out, then you should know that the second lady was here. Me and her done had us a little tussle, okay? And we don't put her in the bunker. And he's like, she's there now. And he's, you know, she tells him, yeah. And he's like, oh, hold her. You know, I'm going to have to speak to her before she get up out of here. Now, in the meantime, Victoria's also like, well, we got to call the vice president. We got to get him here, because we got to have somebody here running things, you know, while Hunter is out of it. And he was like, nah, we got to hold this to the limit, you know, to the chest as much and as long as we can or whatever. Like, you ain't making no calls. You ain't telling nobody about nothing. Now, I can't really remember right now whether he knew about her and the whole vice president thing that they had going on the side, which is part of the reason why she ain't got a problem with calling him up and telling him that he would have to take him in. But he's basically like, nah, don't do that right now. We got to keep as much control as we can of the situation, right? And then he tells Kyle to go and talk to Alonzo and find out as much as he can from him. In the meantime, he was like, that man is trying to destroy you or whatever. Why the hell would we call him and tell him anything? So what they need to know is, you know, as much information as they can on what happened from Alonzo, because he has told Alonzo, you go sit your behind down somewhere and wait until when we want to speak to you, right? Now, Cal goes to talk to Alonzo, and I just thought this conversation was a complete waste of damn time, because there wasn't much said between them. He literally came and was like, you know, you're in trouble, right? And, you know, Alonzo's like, yeah, the first lady already told me my life would be ruined. So he's telling him, like, it's not much that you really could do. All we could do is wait and see. And he's asking Alonzo how long was Hunter out for, and he's not long. So he was like, well, that might actually end up benefiting you. And Alonzo just kept going, yeah, I don't know about that, sir, and I don't know how much help that's going to be. And he was like, yeah, well, like I said, you know, it's not much you can do. It's really just basically a waiting game right now to see how everything is going to turn out. And so he was like, you know, all you can do is do that. And he keeps going, I know, sir, but I don't know how that's going to work out or whatever. I don't know how much that means. I don't know what a difference that makes. I don't know if that makes it easier. Like, nobody gives a damn, Alonzo. Seriously, they really don't, and so he telling him to relax. I don't know how, that's easier said than done, sir. So he's like, yeah, I get it. And he just tells him Godspeed and walks away. I was like, okay, that was the thorough, investigation into what happened, I guess, because I don't see what y'all know any more than what y'all already just knew. So in the meantime, you got the vice president calling his wife named Simone. Okay, all this damn time, he don't know that her ass been gone. And he asking the security where she at, and they like, she left and went to the White House. And so he like, the White House, what for? They like, I don't know. So he like, okay, thank you. No sooner than he say that, you got Victoria calling him on the phone, and she going, hey, how are you? And he's like, I'm good. And he's like, how are you? And she's like, I'm good. And then we gonna have a moment of silence and basically just play around with each other where it's like, get to the bottom of it. You know what you calling for. You know you want to ask me something. And he's like, so tell it. And she's like, yeah, your wife came here and I beat that bitch ass. He like, excuse me? She was like, yeah, we was fighting like two chicken heads in the damn ghetto. I said, no, they damn didn't, y'all. Well, I guess that's basically what you could say it was, right? Matter of fact, she said two hood bitches over a piece of chicken, child. So she talking about, honey, I beat that ass. I don't know about that, Victoria, but okay. So he was like, where is she? And she's saying she where I want her to be, right? And so he's like, I'm on my way. I'm going to get there right now, whatever, right? Because she also, of course, lets him know about Hunter too. And he's like, you got to be freaking kidding me or whatever, right? And she told him that she told the wife everything. And he was like, why the hell would you do that? And she said, because we got Hunter's dumb ass in the infirmary right now. He OD'd. And he like, oh no, like, you serious right now? She's like, yes, serious as can be. So he was like, oh, that means that I would have to step in. And she was like, exactly, to be president or whatever, right? So of course, he's saying he gonna get dressed. He gonna get there now. He's like, don't let nobody speak to Simone. Hold her down or whatever. And he's gonna be the one to talk to her when he get there. I said, child, she over here worried about fighting Victoria, and she don't know she been laying next to a snake this whole damn time. So, he say he gonna hurry up and get dressed, and he'll be there soon. Now, when she hang up the phone from him, she all smiles and excited and happy and turned on by this shit. Now we get to Sam and Max driving in the car, and they going back and forth where Max is telling him like, yo, you playing a dangerous game. At the end of the day, you did sleep with the first lady. And he's like, yeah, I know. He was like, so basically all Priscilla's really trying to do is get back at you and make you jealous at this point. He was like, I'm just saying, I went through something like this before myself when me and my wife had to take a break. And he was like, yeah, and you're divorced. He's like, yeah, I am. But, sometimes you got to give people their space and just let them feel what they feel. And at that time, in order to be able to move past and get through it. And he was like, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Bobby. And it's not like if he was just sitting here trying to condone what Bobby was doing, because he was like, oh, well, I know you're cool with Bobby. He was like, yeah, I am. But at the same time, I, don't be like I tell him about himself too, basically. And I keep it real and I'm a straight shooter. And Sam was saying that he's a straight shooter too. And he was like, I know. And so he was like, well, one thing I could also say about Bobby is that he gets over women pretty quickly. Like, he just be sliding through them. And Sam was like, is that really supposed to make me feel better? He was like, no, it's not. But you know what I mean? I'm just telling you what the deal is. So Sam was saying to him, like, you keep speaking in riddles, because he said, well, all this time, everything that Priscilla is doing, you basically jump to it and you be acting jealous and all of that. So maybe you should try to ignore her. Now that part did have me laughing too. Like, in other words, just have it where you don't care. And so Sam was like, nah, I can't do that. I'm not like you and all of that. So at this point, the vice president called and he asking him where he at. And he's like, I'm with Sam. And he's like, well, I need y'all to get to to my house and take me to the White House as fast as you can. And so when he hang up, he's telling Sam like, oh, that was the vice president. He needs us to get over there. He talking about something is an emergency. Obviously, they're not going to talk about certain things over the damn phone. Sam is like, yeah, get your ass there and find out what it is. This is a part of your job. Of course, Max is telling him no, and then he's like, okay, good. So Max is like, well, where are you going while we driving in a different direction? And he's like, because I'm going to drop you off by your car. And Max is like, why the hell would you do that? No, take me straight to the vice president. He needs us there now. And he's like, I'm going to drop you to your car. Because he was asking him, like, do you have something else to do? And Sam is like, no. I'm like, make it make sense. And speaking of that, even when Victoria and the vice president was on the phone, when he was about to be like, oh, if he don't survive or whatever, she cut him off and was like, don't say certain things on this phone. But you didn't mind talking about how you just whipped the damn first lady ass on the damn phone like y'all was two hood rats over fried chicken. I said, girl. So he ended up switching the line to, hopefully he recovers soon instead of what he was going to say. I thought that was funny too. So in the meantime, once, Max gets there, it's just him and the damn vice president is like, where's Sam? And he was like, I don't know. He was behind me. Mind you, while he waiting for the vice president to come down, he keep calling Bobby phone trying to give him the heads up. He keep telling him and warning him, like, just in case you with Priscilla, Sam could potentially be on his way to you. I don't know where the hell he at. And he was pissed off or whatever. You gonna keep ignoring me? 1 minute he would be trying Sam and the next minute he would be trying Bobby. And then he was like, I'm gonna just, text. So I was even scared that he might be texting damn Sam thinking he texting Bobby the way he was going back and forth with it. So then the vice president came and was like, let's just go. Is the motorcade ready? And he said, yeah. Now, in the meantime, we see Jason where the damn bike all of a sudden stopped working or whatever. And we got him on the damn Rockadoochie compound. Okay. And we going to take him over to the highest one. Cause he was like, what the hell you doing out here? You on private property. And he keeps saying, I'm sorry. He's like, I got some people after me. He like, who? He was like, some agents, some police or whatever. I'm into trouble. I'm just trying to survive. Okay. I'm just trying to survive out here in the streets. So he asked him what his name is. And he like, I'm Mike. So he was like, all right, well, we taking you to the highest. He like, who the hell is the highest? Come on and you shall see. So they done goddamn Jason ass over there. Yeah. Okay. Now, over at the hospital, Nancy is still kind of confused. We asking her about, do she know what this medication is and how long she been taking it? Because, Sharon have found these daggone pills or whatever the case may be. And we asking her how much of what went down that she remember. And she's saying that she don't really remember much of anything. All she know is, her neck is damn hurting. And she's like, what's going on? And at this point, Richard really didn't want to go into what happened. He's just like, rush yourself, calm down. I think it's best that you just rest for now. Because he was trying to ask her, well, when was the last time you took them? She like, I don't know. Everything he asking her, she don't really have any memory of. So he like, okay. He was, so she talking about, did you try to hurt me? He like, hell no, Nancy, I would never do that. She like, then tell me what happened or whatever. He was like, just rest for a bit. I said, Richard, you might as well go ahead and tell her and let her know. She talking about some, why am I in the hospital, and getting upset and even more confused. And he like, Nancy, look at me. He was like, just please try to relax yourself. So I said, okay. She told him that she is whatever, right? And he was like, everything gonna be all right. And she said, I know it is. Okay. Now, baby, we get over to freaking Priscilla finally shows up at Bobby's, right? And I said, baby, Priscilla, you working that dress. Go ahead, girl. Okay, nice looking chocolate man with a nice looking chocolate sister. But I said the chemistry was not there. You could see she was nervous. You could see she felt out of place. She over here, oh, the room is nice. And how did you get this type of hotel room? How they put you up here and all of that, right? And I'm sorry, before that even happened, the doctor did come in to Miss Nancy, and he was also asking her how she was doing and, checking in with her, whatever. And then he's like, do you know what happened? And she was saying, no, she didn't. And she didn't remember. And Richard is like, yeah, she don't remember, whatever, doc. And he's like, that's okay. He was like, can you tell me anything that you do remember, what you do think happened? Nancy over here starting to talk about some, oh, yeah, I think I do. He had to do this. He had to do this because the doctor was telling her, like, you basically tried to help yourself. And she was like, no, I would never do anything like that. So he was like, well, what do you think happened then? And she over here pointing to Richard like, he did it, he did it, he did it. So I said, don't tell me they about to try to arrest Richard or actually put him out of here as if he did something, because Richard was working hard as I don't know what to get Nancy down and do CPR on her and all that before the damn cops came in, and he had told them to just bust the door down and come upstairs. Like, come on now, y'all. That was kind of ticking me off. But moving from there and getting back to Bobby and Miss Priscilla. At this point, she in there, like I said, the hotel room is nice, oh, the view is nice. And how did you even end up in a place like this? And he's saying how it was close by the VP and it wasn't no other hotels available and they had set them up there. And he like, nothing but the best for Bobby. Here we go again with the damn second person speech or whatever. So she like, I see. So he come and giving her the wine, and she tastes the wine, and she like, child, y'all done stole this up out the damn White House. Okay, this is no White House wine or whatever. And he like, I'm not gonna lie, this basically came from Max. He got it. So she like, okay, got you. So he was like, you looking like you really uncomfortable. Like, are you really here for this? Do you really want me, or whatever the case may be? And she's still pretty much like, yeah, I do. She was like, don't get me wrong, I'm just a little tight or whatever, it's been a long day and a long work week and all of that other stuff. So he like, okay, well, let me help relax you. Turn around. She like, turn around for what? Excuse me? Is this some type of trust game? And he like, no, it's not a trust game. It's a you getting relaxed game. So she turned around and he starts to massage her. And even though she going, it feel good. Yeah. You could see that she tightened up and she's so uncomfortable. He over here trying to give her kisses on her back and she, and then finally she just was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Like, I really want to try to do this, but it's just not working for me. I'm not here for this. I can't do this. It's not about you. Cause here go Bobby talking about some, do you even like me or whatever? Do you even find me attractive? And it's like, yeah, I do. It has nothing to do with that. And I'm so sorry, but I just cannot do this. And he like, all right. And she like, you mad? And he like, nah, it's okay. All right, fine. He like, let me go ahead and walk you out. Now, I knew Sam was going to be at this door. Okay. I knew it with my whole heart that he was going to be at this door. But what I did not, absolutely did not see coming was that when Bobby opened the door, Sam was going to be standing there like pop, 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 pop. That I did not know. Okay. And then he had the nerve to proceed to tell Priscilla, now, bitch, get home and clean my clothes. I said, what? I was like, this can't be real. This got to be one of those situations where Sam is either dreaming or having some type of daydream of what he thinking about doing, what he want to do, what he feel like he would do if he says, I wish a ninja would. Okay, it got to be, because even for him to even talk to Priscilla like that, I don't see her taking that. But all I know is that's what they showed us. And I know that Priscilla looked shook. And our man Bobby was laid out on that damn floor, y'all. He was absolutely laid the hell out on that floor. And that was how the episode went off, y'all. I was like, God dang, okay. First episode back. What y'all think gonna go down, y'all? What did y'all think about this episode? Put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, all that good stuff. Honey child, do you think it was real? Do you think it was a dream? Y'all know how Tyler Perry be loving to play in our face. Put that in the comments. If I forgot anything, of course, let's discuss it down there. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Till next time, toodaloos.